Hello everyone, this is Heather and I'm back with another video. Today I've decided to do a layout share, which I haven't done in a while, and I've actually been working on quite a few layouts in comparison to what I typically do, that is. So I'm gonna just jump right into it. Some of these I've shared in other videos, but some of them are brand new, so I'll let you know which are which, and I hope you stick with me. So this very first one, it's the most recent actually that I made, and I followed the Jot Mood Board challenge for June, and it turned out a bit brighter, I guess, in color than the mood board appears. The mood board had a lot of grays and whites and blacks, and it was very fresh, but it did have a pop of green in some plant and stuff, so I interpreted that quite heavily. But I quite like how this turned out, and I've never done a mood board challenge before, so I really liked that aspect of it. There was a bicycle in one of the photos, so I had this gray bicycle paper that I incorporated, and there was some greenery, like I said. So the photo that I selected is this succulent, and I also used some of the mint colors and wood grains and crafts and blacks that were in there. And this is my main title here on this angle, and it says succulent. It's a bit hard to read, but I used some older die cuts. I believe they were from October Afternoon, and they had this black and white newsprint pattern on them, so I just used some inks and my water brush and watercolored those. And I also did a bit of stamping on them. You can see here this floral and this leaf sort of stamp. Those are some older ones that I have from Stampin' Up! That I added to some of the letters. And I grounded that just using this Heidi Swap washi tape here, as well as this, I believe it's an Echo Park sticker border, and some star washi. These acetate stars are from Studio Calico, along with these enamel stars and dots. I used a couple, and then there are some wooden dots, I guess, that I used as well, and then just layered some other pieces with it. So I quite like how this one turned out. Even though I don't think it's a great interpretation of the mood board, it was a really fun starting point for me, which I think is the goal anyways. So the next couple, let me just see where I can stack these. Okay. This one I have shared before in a haul video, I believe, my fancy free haul video, and I followed the Creative Scrapbooker sketch for this, and I'm sorry I don't remember which month it was, but if you go back you could probably find it. And I used a bunch of fancy free products on this, and it was just a really fun one to throw together. I've been using a lot of my engagement photos and wedding photos, which were taken by our wedding photographer, Chris, from Let's Reminisce, and I'll link him below. He's awesome. And so I'm really excited to be starting my wedding album finally. So that is that page. And as I said, I go into more detail on that one previously. Same with this one. I shared this in the same video, and this was inspired by the Hip Kit May sketch, and I really liked these triangles on the sketch, so I incorporated those as well. These again are our engagement photos by Chris, and I used this fancy free die cut that says play, and then just added these letter stickers to create my title. And I really love all the little fancy free pieces. In this page you can clearly tell I incorporated the blues and greens, which I think was really fun, and it goes well with the photos, and so I really like how that one turned out. Next is this one, which I did a process video on, so I will link that below as well. Please check it out. But I used the fancy free again and cut out all of these hexagons using my lovely friend Karen's electronic die cutter. She has the Brother Scan and Cut, so that was really fun to use. Thanks, Karen, for letting me play with that. I had a great time. And I just added some sequins as well, and my journaling on some strips. This next layout also has a process video, and I created this one for Tori Bissell's Scrap Your Scraps challenge, and she was hosting a blog and video hop challenge, and I participated in that, and it was a lot of fun. So thanks for hosting that, Tori. So again, check out the process video for this if you'd like to see more details. I will link it below as well. I really love these wood veneers and sequins in combination in both those areas. That was really fun to create. Now we're getting into the layouts which have never been seen before, and so I hope you enjoy these. This one I created just kind of for fun. I didn't follow a sketch or a challenge at all, but I have a collection of things that I've been keeping for my wedding scrapbook, and wood grain things are something I've been hoarding for a while for that. So I used this paper, which I really love. The back is just a darker wood grain. I'm sorry I don't remember the collection for this. But I used a bunch of fun embellishments. These puffy stickers are from Mambi, and these craft sort of stickers are just from the dollar store. And I used some bling and some pearls on here. These are some Heidi Swap letter stickers, and I combined it with this stamp here. I borrowed this from my friend Susie, so thanks Susie for sharing that with me. It is a Ali Edwards stamp, and I really love that. And so my title here is Not Such an Average Morning, and in my journaling I discuss the morning of my wedding. So it's just a really fun layout, and I quite like this picture, again by our awesome wedding photographer Chris. So that is that one, and I did quite a lot of journaling, which I aim to do throughout my whole wedding scrapbook. I'm just going to move this, it is falling over. Whoops, there they all go. Okay. So the next layout is again another one for my wedding scrapbook, and this one I did using the Creative Scrapbooker April sketch. Sorry, I'm just looking at my list, I got lost there. So yeah, this was the April sketch for Creative Scrapbooker, and it was actually very simple and centered with 4 squares behind the photo, but I decided to use 2 photos here and just sort of make the squares a bit more haphazard and playful. And so the title for this is Will You Carry Me, which plays on the idea of will you marry me, but he is carrying me piggyback. This is my husband Andrew, of course, and so I thought that was really clever. My friend Karen again helped me come up with that title. She is so great at titles. And then I used this sticker, which I trimmed out from sort of a larger sticker, but it is from Echo Park, I believe. And then these leaves are from Studio Calico. These enamel dots are just from Michaels, and I used some Heidi Swap color shine in the mint and the gold, and I used a stencil to sort of stamp that gold hexagon pattern on there, which I really like how it turned out. And then there's another similar cluster down here using all those things, and these word stickers are from Studio Calico as well. So I quite like that one. It was pretty simple to create, and I didn't need to include much journaling because this will be in the context of my wedding album, and so I thought that that was fine to not include too much. I will do that sometimes. Often I like to have a more clear story, but otherwise I think it's fine to not include it sometimes if the photos tell the whole story. So this one I created using a sketch, and I'm sorry, but I don't remember what sketch it was. I'm not even sure where I got it, probably off Pinterest or something, but I really like the diagonal. I believe I interpreted the sketch, I think originally it had the diagonal going this way with the photo up here, but I just rotated it a quarter turn, I believe. It's hard to remember because I don't know what the sketch quite looked like, but I used some blue and green paper, and even though this isn't the Fancy Free collection. I think that it goes quite well with my Fancy Free layouts. Let me just pull those out. Just because I used similar colors, so that's really cool. And the photos, of course, are from the same engagement photo session, so that will look good in my album together. A lot of these embellishments are from Studio Calico. These round circles are from Ali Edwards from her Day in the Life kit, I believe. And I love this cute mint arrow paper clip. That's really fun. So I quite like this cluster. I used a few different washi tapes, as well as this green strip is a Studio Calico washi strip from a kit. And I also used these cork embellishments, which I love, which these little ones are from Michaels, but these bigger round ones are from Studio Calico from a kit, so they go really well together, which I like. And this Love is another washi strip from Studio Calico, which is really fun. And so my title here is Dance Partner for Life, which I think is really fun because of course we're dancing there. And then in the journaling I talked about how our first dance together was in our grade 9 gym class, and we started dating at the end of grade 12, but we've known each other since grade 9, so I just think that's a neat little tidbit there. Not the end of grade 12, the beginning of grade 12 rather. Okay, and this is the final layout that I have to share today, and this one, again, I used a sketch, but I can't remember what it was from. I think we found it on Pinterest, and so if I do find out, I will link that below, or put it on my blog actually, so check out the blog for all these sketches as well if you'd like to see what they look like. So this one had these triangles on either side, and so I interpreted that by using some wood grain paper. And I like how this paper is quite subtle, so they don't play a huge role, but it is a neat design element, and it sort of creates a diagonal design going this way. And so I created my title using this die cut that again, my friend Karen cut for me on her brother Scan and Cut. But then I also incorporated some of Ali Edwards stamps, and these ones are from the craft stamp set, the subscriber stamp sets, but she had a sale on, so I just purchased that one stamp set. And I really like how versatile they are. Even though it's for crafting, I incorporated it in a way that works for a wedding. So I used this coin pocket envelope back here and this 4 tag, which is actually from IKEA. I got a pack of them. And then on the edge here I used some pattern papers layered with some washi tapes. And I just really like how the yellow and the bright blues play against each other on this layout. There's some wood veneers and a puffy sticker up here with some sequins, which I really like doing lately. This orange heart sort of matches the color of this pocket, so I kind of like that. And then there's a camera wood veneer and one of these dollar store stickers that I just popped up. And so I just added some mint color shine splatters, and that finishes off this layout. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you sticking it out through all of these layouts, and I hope that you really enjoyed them. If you'd like to see more of my daily life, check me out on Instagram. I am StayBeautiful84 over there as well. And check me out on Pinterest. I pin all kinds of scrapbooking and design stuff over there, and it's the same name as well. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great week.